Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be filming it. Cut. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be going through July's closeout and reviewing the spending. So I'm just going to shrink myself down into the corner like usual and we can get started. So yeah, it was a spending month for sure. Seems like that's the trend, which I want to reverse because I'd like to be saving more money. So we were overspent in groceries by $436.49. So I'm going to cover that with the saving sweep category. And okay. I'm going to skip this for the moment and we're going to come down here to my personal purchases. And I went over, a hat just fell. Okay, let's just keep going. I don't know if you even heard that. Okay, so we're going to come over here to my personal purchases and I went over by $37.01, so we're going to cover that. And my husband had to make some car repairs, and so we went over by $4.48. So I'm going to cover that. Vacations. The vacations is what really got me this month, and it's going to carry over into next month. Because we go to Cape May, and normally we go down with my sister-in-law, and so my nieces and nephews are all similar age to my kids, and they all like hang out, and we really don't do too much of the touristy stuff because we go down there every summer, and we just beach, barbecue, hang out. We do a little bit, but not much. But this year, my sister-in-law couldn't come down with us, so we ended up doing way more of the touristy type stuff, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. We did ghost tours, and we went on a rail trail, and we went kayaking. We did a bunch of things that we don't typically do, and so our vacation this summer definitely cost way more than it usually does, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. So we went over by 282.36, and this I'll be over again next month too because it spanned into August. But normally by this time I would have actually $200 saved for next year's vacation. So I have to cover this plus $200. So I'm going to put $482.36 into vacations. So that will bring me current, and I'm going to have to probably do that again. I know I'll have to do that again next month, because we didn't come back until into August from our vacation. So the next category that we're over on is dog food. I really need to adjust this. I don't know why I don't, because we're over every month because I never changed it from when we got our second dog. So we're going to cover that. It's $10.58. And Medicine RX, sunblock. We bought sunblock for the beach. And Cepacol, I guess. My daughter had a sore throat at one point. So we are going to cover the $49.45. And that brings us to this last overage, which was transcripts fees that we paid for my daughter. And I'm just going to cover it out of this college prep category. So that was $37.44. And so now we have covered all of the overspending for the month of July. And we are left with $296.03 that could be put towards savings. So, as I mentioned in my prior video, I want to start doing freebie Fridays. So, this is the money that I'm most likely going to use for the freebie Fridays. I'll probably just divide it out by the number of weeks, and so that I have money to do each week with. And if I come into any extra money, maybe I'll add to that too. But for now, that's how I'm going to work it. Whatever we have remaining at the end of the month in this category is what I'll use. And it really kind of challenges me because ideally I'd like to save everything in this category. I know that's not realistic, but the more strict I can be with myself in the budget, the more money I will have to do the savings challenges with and ultimately save. So I'm hoping that doing the challenges will like motivate me to be a little bit stricter with the budget. So now I'm going to move into reports over here. My kids, do you hear them? I don't know if it's picking this up on the video. So for the total for the month of July, we spent $8,837.66. In monthly fixed expenses, we spent $4,324.47. So the mortgage was $2,551.14. Car insurance was $457.58. O&R, which is our electric and gas, is $270. That's the budget plan. And the cell phones is $252.19. This will be the last month that we have that high payment. Hear them in the background. This is going to be the last month that we have this payment, and then it will go back down because we were paying that international plan. And for dental insurance, we have $223.84 that was spent. For my husband's life insurance, it's $200.01. For water, it's $153.56. That's higher than normal because we opened our pool. So this is like delayed. We opened our pool in June, and now the bill came in July. So internet went up to $91.97, and it's gonna probably slightly still go up again, which I wrote a note to myself because I have to call and try to get that reduced because it's just a lot for internet. There's other options out there that we can choose in our area, but the thing is, we've had this service provider for over 20 years since we first got married. And so when we did it, we had email with them. And so that was our main email, and so now it's migrating our email like to a Gmail. And I've done most of mine. I haven't done finished everything, but my husband hasn't even started. And so we really want to get our email off of there, so then, and with probably Gmail, so that then we're not tied to any company like that. So yeah, but that's going to be a process. So until then, we're kind of stuck with this, and I have to keep calling and renegotiating the rate. But anyways, nonetheless, it was 91.97 for the month. Easy Pass was $75 for the month, because we did a lot of traveling. I took my daughter to an open house at her school. We went to Cape May, like just a lot of traveling, so that's why that's high. And life insurance for myself is $49.18, and that brings us back to the mortgage. So altogether, that was $4,324.47 in monthly fixed expenses. For our weekly expenses, we spent a total of $1,991.41, and the bulk of that was on groceries, $1,426.49 in groceries. Got to get that budget down. I think that's one of my biggest targets, is to target our grocery budget for sure. My husband's work expenses, he laid out $104.27. I don't know if I normally include this in my spending reports when I have done in the past, because he gets reimbursed for this. So that was like a wash. It really, so this is $104 less basically. My husband's gas, he spent $217.70 on gas for the month, and I spent $242.95 on gas for the month, which is very high for me, but like I said, we did a lot of traveling, and that's all my car. So the weekly expenses again totaled $1,991.41. And then we come to our sinking funds, which we spent $2,521.71 in total for sinking funds for the month of July, and the bulk of that was the vacation. We normally budget about we do budget $1,200 for our vacation, and we went over significantly, because we spent $1,510.19, and that is just in the month of July, and like I said, August is still to come. So that was our big overspender for this month. We also spent $382.60 in getting my daughter ready for college. That was just things she needed for her dorm, bedding, and what have you. We still have more to buy, so I'm sure that will also be in our August budget as well. You'll see more of spending there. My husband's car registration was due, so that was $129. My husband had car repairs totaling $123.48. I spent $87.01 on personal purchases. Trying to think of what I actually bought. I know I bought some planner supplies, but there's probably other things mixed in that, because that seems high for planner supplies. I bought a book. So yeah. And then for restaurants and entertainment, it was actually kind of low, $64.41. I guess we were all like restauranted out from the month before, because in June we did a lot of like eating out, but that was just because I feel like the end of the school year is always so busy. But so we did good in there. We were under budget in there. So that's $64.41 for restaurants and entertainment. Medicine RX, that was mostly the sunblock for the beach, and then my daughter wanted sore throat lozenges or Cepacol or something. So that was $56.45. Um, my car repair, that was my oil change for my car. I'm not sure why I put that in car repair because I think it was an oil change. I'll have to go back and look at that. But either way, it was spent. So it's $48.77. Um, I wonder if. No, I can't click on it. I was going to see if I could click on the 48 to see what it was, but I can't. It says all other categories. Oh, I can click right there. So this all other categories, my husband made some purchases. My son bought something that I got reimbursed for. At least I thought I did. So this is a lot of my husband's uh, personal spending plus dog food is in here. I wish there was a way to break this out a little bit more. My husband paid for a Paramount subscription because he wanted to watch something on there. The model kits, that's my son, but he pays us back for those, so that's probably right here, the reimbursement for that. This was a part that my daughter needed for her car that my husband ordered. Yeah, so it's kind of Hulu for 99 cents. My husband did that when they had that like Black Friday deal or whatever. So that other category totaled $42.43 for all that stuff. We've tithed $40 this month, and that was the transcript fees that we had to pay for my daughter for her college of $37.44. So all of that together totaled $2,521.78. And so that was a total spending again of $8,837.66. I feel like that number is mind blowing to me. Like if you would have like told my like 20-year-old self or something that it was gonna cost me like this much monthly, I would have been like amazed. But it cost me this much and really more because I really need to put more towards retirement and other things that I'm just not getting to. So anyways, that was the spending recap for the month of July. And like I said, I'm going to be using that whatever I can save for the month, like that's in that saving sweep category, I'm going to be using for Friday freebies. So if you are watching and you have freebies on your channel, drop a comment below so that I can go check them out and print some and use them in my Friday freebies. And that is pretty much it for the spending report for the month of July. Hopefully, I don't think August is going to be better. I wish it was, but I already know vacation is going to be there, and then we have to pay for 2 kids' college tuition. So it's going to be a lot of money, probably for August. But I will see you in the next video where we budget out August's monthly paycheck. So I'll see you soon. Bye.